nothing more than feelings, trying to forget this year that we had. Teardrops rolling down on my face, proving this year was really that bad. I know tradition has me singing songs of Auld Lang Syne, but since I'm hoping new things are what this new year brings, here's a new tradition of mine. Should old acquaintance be so fraught, we don't want it brought to mind. Let old acquaintance be forgot, to hell with Auld Lang Syne. The year that passed did suck, we know, let's leave it all behind. We'll take a draft of Smedics, yet bring on a new Lang Syne. The new year's heading for us, the future's straight ahead. That grim year's gone behind us, let's just be glad we've fled. I see a brand new day, let's have a new Lang Syne. The skies are blue before us, the sun will shine. We'll form a merry chorus, you'll be a friend of mine. Gone are the days of gray, we'll have a new Lang Syne. We've had some rocky times, this year was rough. We battled life itself, went through some scary stuff. We had to persevere while life was bad, but now, oh joy, that year is over and we're glad. We'll fill this year with kindness, let's just be good. Show others some compassion, like we would hope they would. They'll be the best of us, let's have a new Lang Syne. We'll spread some New Year's joy, I'll sport my grin. Your face is beaming brighter with all the warmth within. Here comes a brand new world, we'll have a new Lang Syne. No need for looking back, we know what's there. We'll look ahead of us and say a hopeful prayer. Good times are coming now, prepare your heart to live and laugh and love your neighbor from the heart. It's time for celebrations, come blow your horn. The new year is upon us, I feel I've just been born. Come party like a fool, let's have a new Lang Syne. We're gonna play some music, I'll write a song. Go get your ukulele and you can play along. A freshly minted year, we'll have a new Lang Syne. Come out and play, we'll have a new Lang Syne. That was New Lang Syne by me, with of course special appreciation for the original composers of Feelings and Auld Lang Syne, which I parodied at different parts of the song. I played that song straight from the charts of the Morristown Uke Jam, so take the link in the video description, download the free ukulele song sheet, grab your own ukulele, and you can play right along with this video. And if you'll ever be in, if you'd be anywhere near Morristown, New Jersey, come out and play with us. In just a moment, I'll do a basic tutorial covering everything I just played. And at the very end, I'll do a slow motion close-up play along that you might find helpful. But right now, if you like the video, please like the video with a thumbs up. If you want lots more, subscribe to our YouTube channel. And if you want hundreds more free downloadable ukulele song sheets, each with a link to its own free video tutorial and play along, then check out our Dropbox and then come play with us. And now, before I start the tutorial, I just have to tell you the tiny story of this video, or of this song. I wrote this in December of 2021 at the end of a year of COVID, with the intention of recording it and posting it on New Year's Eve as a New Year's Eve song. And I came down with COVID, and I couldn't sing for 2 weeks. And by the time I could sing again, the activities that I had planned with friends were all canceled because there was a resurgence, and I didn't end up singing this song for anybody until like April. So I waited a year to post it. I figure on any given year, there's a few people who've had a horrible year who could probably relate to this, even if it's not because of COVID. I hope it's not because of COVID. Anyway, all right, now, how do we do with this? This song clearly has 4 different parts, 4 different feelings, actually 5. There's the intro, there's the feelings portion, then there's intro part 2. The intro is the intro to feelings. You know, the first lines are an authentic intro into the feelings. And then there's a parody of feelings. And then there's my segue from feelings to Auld Lang Syne. And there's Auld Lang Syne, a parody of that. And then there's the actual song getting started. The actual verse, you know, with brand new music and lyrics. All right, so chronologically, and by the way, I play a lot up the neck on this song. You can always ignore the superscripted numbers and just play an easier version. So if I'm doing this for A, you could play this. That's an A. A, 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 A. They're all A, right? So sometimes I think I have 4 different versions of A on the first page. You don't have to do that. You could just play an A, and it'll be in the right key, and it'll be the right chord, and you can do that. So I didn't make an easier version of this because the easier version is just use the simple chords. That's the easy version. All right, so now that intro, it's just F, E minor, A, but there's a bit of fingerstyle. It starts with the second position A. That is to say, you're going to mess with this A string, right? The first string from the floor, you're going to hear this. Sorry, I screwed it up. That's the sort of melody you want to hear, like this. So here's how I did that. I've got the second position, you know, I'm just stepping down on that A string. Sorry. So I have an F formed, and then here's that first string. I keep screwing it up. Here we go. 3rd fret. 1st fret, flattening my index finger. Then pick it up for a regular F. And then I pluck the 2nd string with my ring finger on the 3rd fret of that 2nd string. And then pick it up. And then an E minor. A. And then I pluck the 3 high strings. That's the intro. I'm going to do it one more time. Hopefully correctly. All right, now the feelings intro, the feelings portion, starts with a D minor up here, fretting the 5th fret, right? That's a D minor. Yes, that's a D minor too. But I wanted to hear the step down. I wanted to hear, right? That's what you can do if you do this. Right? You want to, if you are capable, if you're advanced enough that you can play that, it'll have a lot more panache if you do it that way. So I'm playing again a what is it? I guess a 4th position D minor as a 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Anyway, up here, barring the 5th fret, my arpeggio is pretty straightforward. I just do a strum. It's a strum arpeggio, but so strum, and then starting with the string closest to the sky, right? That's the 4th string from the floor. So strum, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's it. Right? And these are hard chords. Up the neck, they're hard chords. I'm going from here. The nice thing is, from here, I just slide down 1 fret, drop 1 finger, and I've got that A. But then I have to pick them all up for the F. Oh well. And then drop them all back down for the G. And now, trying to forget this, I'm still on that arpeggio. Year that we had. And then I want to go back up. That's why I did the A with this extra pinky on the A string. And that's what I do with when I've got, you know, the interruption of the arpeggio is that. Pause, and I pluck those 2 strings. And you'll find I'll do that quite a bit in the next section. So, once again, teardrops rolling down on my face, proving this year was really that. And now we're going for maximum drama, because let's face it, it's cheesy. And now the segue intro. I know tradition has me. Now you notice from the B flat, I'm sliding up to a C, a 2nd position C, right? I know tradition has me singing songs of Auld Lang Syne. Again, I'm plucking those. But since, now for this part, on the G minors, I'm staying low. But since I'm hoping new things are what this new year brings, here's a new tradition of mine. So again, those are all A. They're just A. But if you can handle it, I'm going from there to a closed G shape up on the 4th fret, to a closed D shape all the way up here on, what is that, the 9th fret. All right, now we got into the Auld Lang Syne section. And I'm mostly keeping, well, excuse me, no. I'm partly keeping with the same arpeggio. That is to say, I'm doing a strum, but I'm interrupting it more. In fact, I don't think I ever go all the way down and up. You know, that's what I've been doing, right? Well, that's actually 7 plucks. Strum, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't have time for any of this in this section, because instead I'm doing a strum on every emphasized syllable of every word. So, should all acquaintance be so fraught, we don't want it brought to mind. And then here's that. Pause again. Let old acquaintance be forgot, to hell with Auld Lang Syne. The year that passed did suck, we know, let's leave it all behind. We'll take a draft of Smittix yet. And by the way, yes, Smittix Draft is my favorite beer. I'm not a big beer guy, but Smittix Draft, that's a treat. And yes, although it's spelled Smithwick's, it has been pronounced Smittix for longer than America has been around. So, Smittix is the way. Bring on, oh bring on a new Lang Syne. And now we're finally into the actual song. We're done with the 4-section intro. Here's the actual song. So I called it a quick, abrupt strum. It's down speaking, that's how it works. Each line. The New Year's waiting for us, the future straight ahead, the grim year's gone behind us, let's just be glad we've read. It's not actually that important. If the emphasis is in the right place and you're singing it correctly, then it's really not that important whether you strum exactly the way I did or not. But that's how I did it. Lots of straight downs and making it abrupt. Abrupt, like I dampen a little with my left hand so that the sound stops, right? Instead of just ringing, it's this. Right? You can pause. You can do that with your fingers when you let up on them. You can do it by dropping your fingers to actually stop the sound. You can do it either way. But so, the New Year's heading for us, the future straight ahead, that grim year's gone behind us, let's just be glad we've fled, I see a grand new day. This time, this is maybe the only song I've done this. From there, I go to a second position G minor. That is to say, I wanted an entirely closed chord, because I wanted to be able to go from there. I wanted that to sound nice and abrupt and then go right up to a second position C. Let's have a new lang syne. I liked the way that sounded instead of with, you hear that G string just like going on, right? Instead of that, I've got my finger over here to make it a closed chord. I see a brand new day. Let's have a new lang syne. And then I've got, two different, variety of different segues coming in. This is the hardest one. This is the hardest line in the entire song, and you don't have to do it if you don't want to. You can just do, and it will be a lot easier if you just do the lower chords, the lower versions of the chords. So it would be like this. Here's the lower versions. And that sounds pretty nice, right? What I tried to do, and I don't always play it perfectly, was this. I liked the way this sounded. Sorry, I get it wrong. I wanted that. So with the B flat, I got my pinky up here. With B flat minor, I got my pinky down here. Then I go to the F, but I got my pinky here. And then I finally pick it up. That's the idea. Like I said, hardest line in the song, and you can skip the hard part if you want and just play the low chords. So that's that segue. The next segue. So the bridge is pretty straightforward, with the exception that it's got those stops. So, we've had some rocky times, this year was rough, we battled life and stuff, went through some scary stuff, we had to persevere, while life was bad, but now, alright, those stops, make those stops dramatic, because they change the music, right? But now, oh joy, that year is over and we're glad. Alright, next segue is easier. All I did was, and then it's B flat. Starting with a B flat, I'm gonna step up. And then an F. That's it. And then the next bridge is the same as the first bridge. The next verse is the same as the first couple verses. And then at the outro, the very end of the outro, so I've got, come out and play, we'll have a new lang syne. Now it's a closed G shape, clear up on the 5th fret. That's a B flat. And what I'm doing is, and then step down 1 fret, and then down to a second position C, and slide that down to a B flat and an F, and then all the way up to, oops, to an F, which wasn't as high as I just played it. F is up on the 5th fret, you're barring it, that's a 3rd position F. So again, it's starting here, a closed G shape on the 5th fret, B flat, then A, then C, then B flat, F, and that's it. That's the entire song. Now, I'm going to do parts of the song without all the repetition, slow motion, close up on my chord changing hand. So when I say without all the repetition, how am I going to do that? I think I'm going to do all the repetition. I'm going to play clear through the song. It's going to be long in slow motion. My apologies, but might be helpful if you want to be able to play along. So here goes. Slow motion. 5, 6, 7, and... Nothing more than feelings, trying to forget this year that we had. Teardrops rolling down on my face, proving this year was really that bad. I know tradition has me singing songs of Auld Lang Syne, but since I'm hoping new things are what this new year brings, here's a new tradition of mine. Should old acquaintance be so fraught? We don't want it brought to mind. Let old acquaintance be forgot to hell with Auld Lang Syne. The year that passed did suck, we know. Let's leave it all behind. We'll take a draft of Smithwick's yet, bring on a new Lang Syne. The new year's heading for us, the future straight ahead. That grim year's gone behind us, let's just be glad we fled. I see a brand new day, let's have a new Lang Syne. The skies are blue before us, the sun will shine. We'll form a merry chorus, you'll be a friend of mine. Gone are the days of gray, we'll have a new Lang Syne. We've had some rocky times, this year was rough. We battled life itself, went through some scary stuff. We had to persevere while life was bad. But now, oh joy, that year is over and we're glad. We'll fill this year with kindness, let's just be good. Show others some compassion, like we would hope they would. We'll be the New Lang Syne. We'll spread some New Year's joy. I'll sport my grin. Your face is beaming brighter with all the warmth within. Here comes a brand new world. We'll have a New Lang Syne. No need for looking back. We know what's there. We'll look ahead of us and say a hopeful prayer. Good times are coming now. Prepare your heart to live and laugh and love your neighbor from the heart. It's time for celebrations. Come blow your horn. The new year is upon us. I feel I've just been born. Come party like a fool. Let's have a New Lang Syne. We're gonna play some music. I'll write a song. Go get your ukulele and you can play along. A freshly minted year. We'll have a New Lang Syne. Come out and play. We'll have a New Lang Syne. That's it. See you Wednesday. Bye.